Today, we are going to Guatape on a tour bus for the day, and then we're staying.
Wow, a tour bus. We got to be tourists like everybody else. This is so much fun, and they're serving breakfast and lunch. They got a schedule. It's gonna be 5-star.
And then tomorrow we're gonna rest.
You know what would help us rest better is hit that subscription button, hit that like button, show us a little love there. That's all it takes, right, babe?
That's right.
And leave some comments, share this video, and thank you, patrons. We really appreciate you. Thanks, guys.
After a week in Medellin, we headed to Guatape, a town famous for two things, a rock and zokos. The rock, called La Piedra, is the third largest rock in the world. In 1954, a man called Señor Villegas and two of his friends took 5 days to climb to the top of it. And when they saw the incredible view, Villegas was convinced that he must buy it. Seen as useless to the locals, Villegas became its proud owner for the price of 3 cows. He wanted to share the incredible views with tourists, so he proceeded to build steps all the way to the top of the granite giant. In total, there are 708 steps to the summit. Buenos dias. Gracias. Wow. Okay, this is literally straight up. I can't even look up. They number the steps for us. Every 50, we get a marker. Halfway up, they've got a clinic for those who are really out of shape. Woo! Made it. Final 30 stairs.
Wasn't that bad, right?
Nope.
Thank goodness there are people here to slow us up.
The views are spectacular. What's truly amazing is that the surrounding water is not natural. In the 1970s, the Colombian government flooded 6,000 hectares of valleys to create a network of freshwater lakes with a dam that generates 30% of Colombia's power. I don't think you really appreciate the pitch of this rock until you see this. It's no wonder it took 5 days for them to get up this path. That's crazy. For $6, I'll take the tourist trap.
Oh yeah, this is
It's pretty
well
cool. Oh, worth it.
Oh, so what did we just do, babe?
Hey, we were all the way at the top and back down again. Pretty cool.
But the thing is it worth it? All right, is this whole experience coming from Medellin all the way up here for the day worth it?
Yeah, 10-hour round trip with getting to have breakfast, lunch, a boat ride, and climb the rock for $30.
Wait, the rock is extra?
Oh yeah.
So the rock is US equivalent to $6 a piece. Was it worth it?
Oh man, that was so cool.
I tell you, the families that own this place are making a killing, but the reward based on what you pay, I mean, this place really delivers.
Okay, one tip though, get here early. By the time we came down, there was a line from the top all the way to the bottom.
It's a parking lot all the way up to the top. I mean, it's going to take those people forever to get up and down. Gotta do it, put it on your must-do list. It's crazy touristy, but it delivers the goods. Wow.
Surprisingly, flooding the area only impacted one town, Peñol, and its residents were paid to move to higher ground. To commemorate the flooded town, a replica of the main plaza with its cathedral was built, containing many photographs and items from pre-flooded days. The replica sits atop a hill overlooking the body of water that covers the former town. The exact location of the cathedral is identified by a steel cross on the water. So guava has 7 times more vitamins and good things in it than an orange does. And this is guava candy wrapped in a guava leaf. And we have some to try from our guide. It's really good, very sweet. After visiting the replica town, we boarded a ferry that took us on a tour of the Finger Lakes, passing the cross on the water, one of Pablo Escobar's estates.
Around this farm, guys, you could see different species of plants that Pablo brought from abroad. He was a collector. He not only brought plants, but also he brought animals.
And finally getting a view of the rock from the water. We enjoyed being on a boat and not being the one responsible. The town of Guatape, dubbed the most colorful town in the world, is famous for its zokolos, brightly painted walls, cobblestone streets, and plentiful murals. Every building is a work of art. Residents paint their houses and businesses in vibrant colors and decorate the bottom of every building with fresco-like panels called zokolos. These are what make it distinctive. The zokolo tradition started about a century ago as an architectural support to sagging water-saturated clay walls. With the arrival of the train, cement became available and affordable. One of the residents wanted to stabilize his walls, but he only had enough money for a small amount of concrete. It was enough to make a 3-foot barrier around the base of the house, and it was effective, but he did not like the look of the concrete, so he created a 3D shape of a sheep, the town symbol, and painted it. Over time, this new art form became a town requirement for every house and business. The friezes depict one of 3 things: the profession of the family or business, the hobby of the family, or a family history or story. In any case, they are beautiful and make walking around the town seem like you're walking through an outdoor art gallery. This particular one is really interesting. It is a whole wall zokolo. This man is a coffee farmer, and it represents the coffee farmers of this region.
Local coffee, that's from Fredonia. It's a small town. It's in the south of Antioquia.
Okay. Look at this. These
So
are these
cute.
edible?
Yeah, sure.
In Guatape, there are 2 famous streets. The first is Umbrella Street. While every Instagrammer was focused on taking their best shot with the colorful background, we were way more interested in finding the famous homemade cinnamon rolls called zokoros. Oh, wow.
Oh. So here we are at
Oh my
Zokolos,
gosh.
and this place is killer. Super bueno?
Súper bueno, exquisito, te lo recomiendo. Ninguna parte del mundo te has comido una cosa igual.
We're here with the locals. We're having a great time.
Más rico el mundo.
And we are waiting in line at this place. This place sells 2 things. It's smoothies and cinnamon rolls, several different ways. And there's zoko. I don't know who zoko is.
Zokalo are these.
Oh, right. Ah, cultural.
Zocalo means 3 colors of the houses.
The other famous street is called Calle del Recuerdo, which means Street of Memories. It received this name because it preserves the zokolos that were salvaged from the part of town that were submerged with the creation of the lake. Its residents want to leave it unchanged as a tribute to those who lost everything after this event. The street is easy to identify because of the beautiful traditional fountain located at its beginning.
We are at this restaurant called Mirador, and they have this special dish called Guatape trout. This place is known for trout being raised in the fresh water here. And this dish is a whole trout with tons of queso and shrimp on top of it. This restaurant is 3 or 4 levels high, it's packed, and believe it or not, they said it would take 10 minutes for it to come to me. I find that hard to believe. So here's the trout, you can see the head.
What a weird looking
These are the
fish.
shrimp right there. And this is cheese. So I don't know about you, but with that much cheese and shrimp on top of fresh trout, I don't know how this can be bad. What a magnificent dish. Let's try it. Oh man. Oh, look at the trout. It's almost like a salmon-esque orange color. It's perfection. Perfecto.
We loved our short time in Guatape, but it was once again time to move on to our next destination. Join us next week to learn about Jardín, our favorite place in Colombia.